Red Wings tonight, back at home, hosting the Colorado Avalanche. And D-Mac, there were a couple of things I was shocked to see with this game. Number one, the Avalanche, a minus 300 favorite on my bookie, a 3-1 favorite, which was stunning to me because the Red Wings are a decent team at home. They seem to hang in games and things like that. That seems like a lot of lumber to lay with Colorado. And you know what, though, D-Mac? And I understand that. And yes, they are a 3-1 underdog. And there's got to be a reason for it, right? There does. They're not usually wrong out there in Vegas. But with that being said, this is another one of those red letter games where I've admitted to you guys where I kind of float throughout the season. And we put a clip out of the show where I was talking about the Red Wings, how I keep tabs on them, regardless of the fact that they probably aren't going to make the playoffs right now. I'm still going to be watching. But damn it, D-Mac, tonight, and not because of the Wings, Avs, and all that kind of stuff. It's not because of that. I expect them to compete in this hockey game tonight. I expect them to play well because, again, they're not a playoff team. We said that at the beginning. They flirted with the playoffs and things like that. So it's not like a win or they suck mentality. It's not that. But, D-Mac, these are another one of those little check marks as we go up the highway with the Red Wings team. To me, there's almost like not quite the flavor I had with that Boston game back in January. But I'll be disappointed if they get cooked tonight, man. I will. And by the way, the update, Dylan Larkin did skate with the team today, so it looks like he will play. But with all that being said, D-Mac, I'll be disappointed if they get cooked tonight. Am I expecting too much?
No, this is the perfect, like you said, when you look at it, and Vegas doesn't usually get it wrong. But this is where you're fighting the inconsistencies of the Wings season. But what you have going is that they are at home, and the fact that they can come out and beat this team. And now the Avalanche are, one of the odds-on favorite to play for the Stanley Cup this year. I mean, they have that team built pretty much how we want to be built in the next few years. But this is the beauty about this Red Wings team this year moving forward, right? So you're going to get these long odds on them a few times, but you could actually win. So at plus 230, 240, whatever it is, I take the Wings to win at home.
I think they're worth a spin tonight.
Here's the whole thing, right? And I saw the over/under 6 and stuff like this. If you're afraid, do I expect a good close game? Yeah, but I would say if anything that if it could be a blowout, well, it always could be a blowout. Thomas Greiss talked to a friend of ours, friend of the show, Daniela Bruce, and Thomas Greiss is in. Delano skated on the third line. Nemesnikov did not skate in pregame skate and stuff like that. So, this is one where I think it's a very good bet to bet the Wings because they can go out there and they could win. I like the fact Dylan's was skating this morning and stuff like this, but this is one of those games that you mark on your calendar. And because it's Colorado, but not for the reason our team used to mark Colorado because of the rivalry. This is because this is a team where you want to get to. This is where you want to be. And the sooner that you can realize that. So it's always a great, you always want to see the best in the world, the Nathan MacKinnons, the Landeskog's, the Rantanens against your young guys, right? Because this is where the Mo Siders learn. This is where the Lucas Raymonds learn. This is where the team learns. So, again, what we saw the other night in New York on the road, that mentality, you asked me about playing defense. This is going to be a really, really up and down skating game. But they got to bring it. Now, what's imperative tonight? Stay out of the box. Can't let Colorado on their power play as lethal as they are, and you got to take advantage when you have it. But, this is a game I think everybody's proud to be in. But if I was a betting man, and everybody knows I am, I'd take the Wings.
I do. I do think that they are worth a spin. The return is worth the risk. You get them north of $2 at home against Colorado. While it is a scary game. But again, I mean, independent of all that stuff, for me, I'll be disappointed if they get cooked tonight. I will. And let me ask you this too, D-Mac, about Nathan MacKinnon and about the Colorado Avalanche. You guys know my love affair that I have with Connor McDavid. It's well documented. Everybody knows it. I'm a slappy. I admit it freely. I think he is the best athlete in his sport, in the world, in terms of the difference between the second best player to Connor McDavid. Nathan MacKinnon can be argued as he is that number 2 in the NHL in some people's eyes. You know, they will describe that. For me, is there another guy in the 4 major sports that's better that no one knows exists than Nathan MacKinnon? And I know like the hockey, the hockey elite certainly know. I understand how good he is. There is no doubt about it. To the point where if I'm not watching, obviously the Wings, Edmonton to watch Connor McDavid, and if those 2 things aren't met, then I will slide over and watch Colorado Avalanche on ESPN+. I will. To watch Nathan MacKinnon. I enjoy watching him play.
Nathan MacKinnon is faster with the puck. He's like Connor McDavid.
Yeah, like that. It's amazing.
Than without. Now,
How?
the difference between Connor McDavid and why Nathan MacKinnon has closed the gap is because what the team and the Colorado Avalanche, namely Joe Sakic, remember their captain who at the time when we were battling them was opposite of our captain, Steve Yzerman. Oh, they're both GMs because he put a team around him.
Right.
He keeps putting teams around, defense, off, whatever like this. So that's what makes MacKinnon even more valuable, right? So you've added, not only is he the Mandalorian with all his tricks in the trade, but he's added the whole rest of the army, right? Like they're as good and as close. Like the fact you got like a Cale Makar, you mentioned the guys that I've mentioned, but they got a team around them, and too many holes. And I think that's what you see now, Neil, in Edmonton, is the frustration with McDavid and Draisaitl being 2 of the best players in the league. Draisaitl's right up there too, different player. But yeah, Nathan MacKinnon, under the radar guy, right? Under the radar guy unless you see him play.
In terms of the national sports perspective.
In the national sports perspective. So I'll be down there tonight. I'll be outside Portal 10 with our friend Daniela Bruce and Art Ragnar doing the game, and come on down and say hi. But this is it's really exciting to watch because Nathan MacKinnon is one of them, Antti Rantala is another one, and then Cale Makar, right, the defenseman. So you want to see 2 guys. This is my little caveat for tonight. We have Mo Seider. They have Cale Makar. These are 2 guys that are going to be battling each other for that Norris Trophy for the next 10, 15 years, right? This is and as the teams get better, as our team gets better, right? So the rivalry will get better. But look forward to seeing everybody down there, no matter what.